Buddy, it's Garth here, and this morning I was it was at the gym working out real early, and I was listening to this audiobook, and it was a really good book, and there was many parts of it, but there's one part in particular that really stood out to me, and it's it was the chapter on skill stacks. The book was called The Science of Rapid Skill Acquisition by Peter Hollins. Really interesting. I highly recommend it. And what I came away from the book overall, but in this particular point, the skill stack advantage, how combining good skills beats being the best. And I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. And he gave some examples, and actually the one example that I got from the Blinks was the one about Dilbert. How just having all these different skills like helps you to even be even better because they complement each other. So I said, hey, what the heck? Why not? So here are like six takeaways that I got from it. Why mastery isn't everything, and being in the top 10 to 15% in several skills can outperform being in the top 1% out of one. All right. Because sometimes you think we have the mastery to be able to really be super good, right? So, for example, for myself, I started these videos. I'm in my third year now, just doing a daily live. Not second consecutive year, but my third year of doing videos, and because I got a little bit of experience with some technology, I've been able to bring that skill into the videos and learn it a lot faster than, let's say, someone who doesn't know the technology skills to be able to do different things. When I first started out, I was doing it on my phone. And the first one I deleted, didn't know what I was doing back in 2019 to, I got a little bit of experience. Not an expert. My videos by far don't even compare to some of the top 20 or 30% that are out there. But my skill of being able to do my gratitude every day and stacking on that has helped me to develop the habit of being able to do a live video every single day, because I've done my gratitude every day for 6 years. So I've stacking on that. Plus the topics that I like to talk about. I'm just a naturally curious person, so I'm always curious. And that just consistency helps me to be able to do that. So that was one of the points that I got, that I took away from it. The ability to just stay consistent no matter what. Another thought that came to mind was the power of synergy. Combining the skills, as I just mentioned. Like, for example, I'm not a marketing person, but I have some tech knowledge. And so that kind of helps me to be able to get things done. I could go in and maybe, tinker around with a website, not have the best, but I can get some things done on my own where I don't have to wait for someone to come do something for me, which is cool. In the real world example that he gave of the author of Dilbert, Scott Adams, was how he blended humor, art, and business knowledge to create some iconic comic strip. And so if he was just good at just doing comics and he didn't have the business knowledge, maybe the characters or the conversations that he was having Dilbert would have wouldn't be the same. So, and a sense of humor, it wouldn't be the same. It would have been a completely different experience. I remember one of my bosses back in the day, used to love Dilbert. He used to actually cut out the parts of the strip and like stick them up in his wall on the partition, because it was so funny to him. He was amused. Identifying your stock, it was really about spotting your core skills in your field and then layering on complementary skills and abilities. All right, I guess you could say one of my skills is just really creating community and connecting with people. So, adding the technology, adding the ability to be consistently and to do something over and over daily. I remember one time someone said to me, I said to someone, I do a video every day. And the person's response was, what do you talk about? I said, I don't think about it. I just do it. because it really coming up with something to talk about is really not that hard. There's so much happening in my life, and there's so many things that can come up. It's just a matter of just taking one thing and saying, you know what, I feel like I can talk about this for 2 minutes or 3 minutes and just go talk about it. Sometimes I do need to do a little bit of research and go find some things out about it, but most of the times it's just really a matter of function of my life experience. So you add the consistency, add a little bit of tech knowledge. Like today, we've got, for the first time, a virtual background. And these are actually photos that I took myself with my phone. This one. I just put it together because it was fun. It wasn't that hard to do. It was just a matter of just finding the right template and just putting all the photos in a template, and you just drag and drop. Another thing is that, you know, when you stack these skills, and this is one talk about a fast track to proficiency. Reaching the top 10 to 15% in the skill often takes months, not years. So when I first did the first set of lives, it was on Instagram. And I didn't really have, what the topic I did back then was just straight up gratitude. So every day was just talking about gratitude. And it would be, what am I grateful for in that day? So I didn't really have to come up with a topic. Unlike these last 2 years, where every day on Facebook, I did come up with a topic, and that helped me to build a level of mastery, a level of being comfortable just looking into the phone and talking to myself to be able to get better at it. And as I continue, it might still taken me years, but not like 10 years or 20 years. But, you know, within a year and a half, I develop a level of comfort of being able to get up and do this on the fly. I really do feel comfortable about it, even as it's late at night and I'm tired, still able to do it. You know, these complementary skills sometimes will give you a unique edge. Let's go back to the Dilbert guy, Scott Adams. You know, because of the business experience and the humor, you know, and being able to draw it all together, it just gave him a different aspect. I don't know what mine is yet, but I'll figure it out as time goes by. But as you do it, you know, this unique stack edge, you know, makes you somewhat irreplaceable and opens doors that others don't see. Because one of the things I'm working on that I have never done before, that is getting a little bit better, is workshops. So I'm getting ready to start putting together my first virtual workshop in the coming weeks. And so the ability to be able to stand in front of the camera and just talk and put together, you know, the slides and the presentation and the different things that I want to do, it just makes it more fun for me, actually. It makes it more interesting. But I can go now and create something that was completely unique to me that I hadn't done before. I know my head-to-heart presentation was a lot of fun, and that was the evening where I'm doing, you know, 90 minutes to 2 hours, where now I'm going to, all right, I'm not going to just do 90 minutes. I'm going to do 90 minutes minimum for, you know, every day for 3 days. And then I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to do 90 minutes every day for 5 days in the next one. And then I'm going to be teaching it. I'm going to be doing a retreat. And then I'm going to, you know, I'm going to come back and, you know, when I go back and I finish up my second book, I'll be able to create something else out of that. And so that's where I think that, you know, when you're stacking the skills and you're stacking the habits, you start to see the momentum and you start to create something unique, something special for yourself. And so that excites me. That really excites me. And with the technology that we have available to today, you can practically be a one-man show. I still think I'm going to need an assistant, though. But I attended a course last week, and pretty much it was run by two people, the main guy who presented and his daughter, and that was it. So with the right tools and the right software, and you can get like some amazing things done. So those are just my thoughts for the day, and I just thought I would share it because it made me feel actually good to know that that the ability to have that stack advantage, that skill stack advantage by combining um, good skills beats having to be the best. And then, looking at the strategies and the implementation of the things that he pointed out, I am now actually starting to see that other speakers and other presenters have some of these same attributes, and picking that up, and so now it's all coming together and it all makes sense. So I just thought I would share that with you. The book in general had a whole lot of good ideas and insights, and I have this goal to at least get at least 4 of these books in a week, sometimes more. Some days I'm able to do 2 or 3, and if you haven't heard of it, Blinkist is what I use, and Blinkist is a great way to get a summary of a book. And if it's something that's really super super exciting, you just go out and get the full version of the book and read the stories. Sometimes I just need the core ideas of the book. I don't need all the fluff and everything else. So that's just for me. But and that's how I learn. Short and sweet and small little chunks, and not trying to bite off a big thing. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoy some of the scenes here. Like I said, I took all of these photos, except the one with the birds. That was Wendy. She took that, and that was from when she made a trip here to Barbados. But it's kind of fun. Everyone else I took. Sunset, that one over there. Over there, you can't see me pointing, but that one, all of these, all of those, yes. It's fun. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night.